reflects the
Ooh, sorry, I forgot to click. I clicked I clicked the thing and then it didn't. Sorry. Well,
no.
let's
So this page is a welcome page for the Talent Collective,
yeah.
and it reflects the number of live candidates in there. All their titles are real, which is pretty cool. Of course, your pictures are not theirs, but all these data points are automatically pulled as well. So companies they're coming from, relevant markets, roles, locations, etc. So we have a CTA for companies to sign up, and then they pick a subscription price, monthly, quarterly, yearly. And there is a flow for candidates as well. So I'm not going to bring you through the whole flow. It's a lot of like standard job seeker information, of course, but there's also a couple of like interesting features. First is a privacy feature. So candidates can sign up and be public within the collective and also be anonymous within the collective. For both those privacy options, they can also hide themselves from companies. So if you're trying to leave your company and you haven't, explicitly said that yet, or just like you're looking around, but you don't want to, you want to feel comfortable doing it, you can be anonymous. There's also a feature that allows candidates to disclose where they're at in your job search, so they can be actively looking or more like passively looking, just having conversations. And we've seen people get hired that were just, looking for conversations. So it's pretty cool to facilitate those connections and like companies tap into, pretty much untapped talent. So as a pallet runner, when you bring in your community to your talent collective, what you see on the other side is this kind of dashboard. So you have manage upcoming and drops, and you ultimately want to move candidates through this flow. So member applications will come up here. I can open one for you and then show how it comes together. You can see that, this candidate is public, ready to interview. You can even add a comment to the candidate and extend the level of curation around all your palette. But as you start, accepting candidates, they first go into this upcoming tab. There's no one here right now because I think someone just published a drop, but this is a post-approval and pre-release stage for the candidates. So you can pretty much curate the next drop of candidates that you're going to be releasing. You can see the count of members going up, or you can defer people if, you want to make it not, a slimmer drop. But when you're ready, when you have a few companies already, subscribed to your talent collective and you have an initial set of candidates you want to connect to those companies, you can publish the drop. So publishing the drop pushes people here into the drops page. So this is what companies can see as well. The companies will come in and then click on, experience level or skill set, location. We just did a lot of work around it to make it even like easier to filter. But you can see the best matches. Of course, we're just seeing this anonymous candidate because I'm in the super user view. Otherwise, the company wouldn't see, the actual name. But the company will find the best candidates for them and then send a first message to the candidate. So the candidate gets this message over email. They can click yes or no, but only after saying yes, the candidate and company are connected over a new thread and it can, start chatting. So going back to the manage tab quickly, I'm just going to show you the other sub tabs, but you can check out all member applications super easily with the keyboard shortcuts. Company applications come in here as well, and then they become active members and active companies. So a lot of these companies are here now, but yeah, effectively you're putting together, a growing pipeline of candidates, and then the companies can subscribe to reach them. And then send intro requests and chat with the candidates directly. So this is the Talent Collective product.
Appreciate that. So a couple questions on this. I really like the ability to comment, especially if like the person is a personal friend. I think it's really nice for me to I add a lot of value by saying like, yeah, I have seen this person's work. I'm a fan. Like this is like, this person's too humble. Here's why they're awesome. You should hire them right now.
Yeah.
Where does it show up?
The comments?
Yeah. I guess you have to be on the hiring side and.
No, it does show up on the drop. We just don't have any comments here, but here, for example, if I add here, it would be here. You see.
Okay, just like that.
Yeah,
Right.
but we don't add any comments to this one because it's just a palette. It's a palette inception. But
Okay. So like, would this be, do you expect people who run pallets, the pallet runners, I guess, to like groom this constantly? Is this something that, how hands off is it basically? Like,
curation is really up to you. So some people have a very thorough process of like what kind of companies they let hire from their talent collective. They have like a test before, about their engineering culture, for example, or some people just say, you have to be a series A to B and following startup. Some people approve all of them because, the more connections, the more conversations. So it's really up to you. And then usually for most candidates, people, check their profiles if it's complete, if they are certain like level of experience, and then you can also open their website and LinkedIn to complement that and then make the decision. But ultimately, it's up to you how you want to go about it.
can I enter in members on their behalf or
No.
companies on their behalf?
No, not members. I mean, we could potentially create member profiles for them, but the problem around that is that the person has to be responsive, right? Like they're going to receive
Yeah.
an email if a company wants to contact them.
Yeah.
So if they become unresponsive or if they don't see it and stuff like that,
Yeah.
they just become inactive members. And the Talent Collective has really high response rates, actually. Across the whole platform, we have an 80% response rate.
Wow.
To intro requests and 40% acceptance rate. Some collectives have a higher acceptance rate, like 50%, 6%. Some go to 40, but I think average is around 40. And that's because the candidates are prompted to stay active too. So you join a talent collective, you're part of a drop, and then after 30 days, we're asking them, hey, are you still looking? If yes, keep your status open. So that status can change if they become unresponsive, and then they're removed from the drops.
Okay. So what is a drop? Is that like a email that goes out once a month?
So whenever you push a drop, literally from upcoming, and you click publish drop, that sends an email. And then, the companies that subscribe to your collective are going to receive notification that there are more candidates available. And then they check out this page.
Okay, so it's just a notification, doesn't send like all 253 people there.
No.
Just like, hey, we got new stuff, come check it out again.
Okay. Exactly. It's going to be like, hey, more candidates, open it,
Could you scroll down again?
Yeah.
I just want to see the filters. Okay, office preference, on site.
Yeah.
So then you just have like, yeah, I think that does matter a lot.
Yeah, we did a whole like location filtering update that this is, and
Okay.
it gets very granular as well. Like it can be like Europe.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's just like straight up remote US,
Yeah.
just because of hiring laws and stuff. Yeah, okay. And then tool choice, tech stack choice.
So we have
skill
sets, and then right now it's software engineering. But if you do
your very general.
Yeah, it is. But we do have a very big update coming up soon. So we're gonna do candidate enriching, around the profile. So you're gonna be able to add in like the whole,
Oh no, I mean this is on the talent search side. Like I would want to know, specifically, I'm looking for a Kubernetes person. I would just want to punch in Kubernetes and find like the 3 people out of the 71 that have Kubernetes experience.
Yeah, no, we're definitely doing that. The project is already, in progress, and we're gonna release the you're gonna be able to add your full stack and languages, etc.
Awesome. Can we talk about economics? How does money flow? So it is a subscription on the company side.
Yeah. So companies, you choose what price you want to charge companies to post a job or to subscribe to your talent collective. That's all up to you.
And it ranges between, like, I saw 199 there.
It depends on the community size usually and niche, but I would say $200 to $750. It's the range usually.
Okay.
It depends on the niche really. So you could charge, let's say, I'm not sure how it is for developer relations actually, but I'm assuming
Well,
that
you give you a range. Yeah, that's a good range, 250 to
yeah.
750. Obviously, if it's like a, so you're saying people do raise it for bigger communities. That's also an interesting data point. It's not
Yeah.
immediately obvious to me that you should raise it for if you have a larger pool of applications.
Reach more candidates, right? So it's what you have to consider when pricing your palette would be experience level, size of your audience, and niche. So
Okay, yeah,
of course,
because each one of these people have to sign up for them by themselves. Yeah, so
for the talent
makes sense.
collective, yes.
Yeah.
Of course,
Okay.
the job board is public facing, so anyone can come in here and check it out. But the talent collective, people have to sign up for themselves. And then there's no subscription fee or like setup fee to use Pallet. We just have a 10% rev share and Stripe fees on any of the paid transactions.
Okay. So like basically you'll deposit to Stripe like whatever, like once a week, once a month, depending on whatever you choose.
Yeah, I think it's rolling. So it's like whenever you have a payment, it takes 2 days to get to your Stripe.
Okay. Yeah. I've connected my stuff to Similar as well. What else should I know?
What should you know? Well, to get started, people usually ask me like, what do I go after first? So after like basic setup, I would say that the best is to invite candidates first. And then at the same time, the candidates are coming in, you can kind of like line up any warm connections or past sponsors that you think would be hiring, for the candidates that you currently have in a collective. So those can be the first subscribers. You can even offer them like a discount code, depending on how you want to go about it, what kind of relationship you have with them. At the same time, we're also going to be able to send the spotlight companies, what we call, right, like the business network that we have, to help with like facilitating more connections and, bringing in additional revenue. And and then after that you can drop. So, bring in candidates, then companies, then you release the candidates to the companies. And it's pretty much this motion, right? Like, again, so usually if you have direct subscribers, the company will expect the, talent collectives to grow at least more than once a month. Because if I'm paying like, let's say $300 to, access a talent pipeline, and it stays the same after a month and I've been charged again, I'm gonna, be like, what's going on? So it's a good idea to drop, to like invite more candidates and to release more candidates every 2 weeks, I would say. So those are some best practices. So getting started is super easy. It's really just in terms of like setup, deciding on your pricing, and then starting to invite candidates.
Gotcha. What do you think I mean, what would you ask me to try to figure out, like, if I'm a fit, or I don't know, like, yeah, I don't have any other questions, so I'm just kind of throwing it open, because I've been just barraging you with questions, but I think this demo is just really nice.
No worries. Yeah, I mean, I am curious to hear about all the touch points that you have with community and
yeah,
your audience in general.
Yeah. So I really, all the touch points, I mean, I write, I'm a well-known blogger, I guess. And so, and I know enough founders, I've angel invested enough that sometimes I actually would like to feature companies where I've angel invested. So, give them like sort of pride of placement on a regular job board, not the talent collective side of things. The other thing that I think would be pretty interesting for me is, the question I asked you about, can I sign people up on their behalf? Sometimes people just don't do email, or I know them. I know how to pitch them. They're like quietly on the market, like they're not super loudly on the market. So I would just like want to put like a vague, like super talented person in X, and then like if someone bites, I will know who to put them in touch with, and I would have a personal like text chat with them. that I would, onboard them. That's more of a I don't know, like a personal service
Yeah.
than this
Um,
process is.
I guess, I mean, if you're comfortable with it, I guess you could create the account for them. They would just have to reset the password, right, to have access to it.
Yeah.
But never, I mean, if you know them and if that's something you're cool with, I've never,
Oh,
yeah, sorry.
do you get a bonus for like people actually getting hired off the board?
So we chose the subscription model over the placement fee model in general
Okay.
because a
It's hard
town
to attribute.
yeah, a talent collector is more around like the getting the pipeline together rather than like being a recruiter, right?
Smart.
And there's also like the tracking. So the core metric that we track is conversations, and then we hear about hires through word of mouth usually. And then for the interest of the creator, right? It's more effective for you to have that reward come in earlier, right? Like rather than like wait 4 months for maybe a hire to happen. Because the process can extend itself, right?
Yeah. Perfect. Cool. I don't have any other questions. I can just stop the recording unless you have anything else that you'd like to say to anyone listening. Should they reach out?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Or is it invite only? I don't know how exclusive Pallet is.
yeah, there is a wait list. And then I think we're set up to, have, mostly communities around tech and, I mean, but everyone.
Yeah, tech, high value,
Yeah.
professional content creators should apply.
Exactly. Perfect.
Right.
I said it all. So
I'll stop
that's
recording there.
yeah, set up to help with. So